officially a Mr. Retiree. It still hasn't even sunk in yet, truthfully. It might take a while actually for it to really sink in, right? Because I always had that to hold on to these past couple months, that I was actually still active duty. I still had an ID card that said active duty. And so that's what we're gonna do right now. Tomorrow is Monday. And tomorrow we're gonna go to our local military installation, MacDill Air Force Base, and I'm going to get the blue card. I'm going to get my retiree ID card. Kind of put that official stamp on it that I'm a retiree. And because of that, and because of the permanency of that ID card, and I have no idea how long they last, most of you, many of you might know, I want to look crazy civilian right now, and I really won't ever. It's my nature, and many of your nature, veterans, not to look as someone who told me, well, you haven't gone off the deep end yet, right? So, you know, I just got another haircut. I just can't stand long hair personally, and this is 2 months of growth in my beard. I think it's coming in pretty good. And so in saying that, it only takes me 2 months to get to this point. And it's Florida, and it's summertime, and it's hot. And because I gotta take this retiree ID photo, I've decided for now just to shave it. Shave it, go get the ID card, and then possibly grow back or whatever, right? I'm retired, I can do what I want. All right, so you can help me shave. How about that? A little French artist look, we can go with that. How about that? Should I use that? No? Alright. My dad from the 70s. How about that? Like that? Yeah. No. No. Okay, let's go get an ID tomorrow. And good morning. Freshly shaved. We gotta take an hour trip to the military installation and get my retiree ID. Why are we on the beach here at MacDill? And by the way, yeah, the Air Force Base with a beach on it. Come on, Army, we don't have places like this. Well, so why are we on this beach? Got some coffee here this morning when I'm supposed to be getting an ID card. Welcome to bureaucracy, right? So we got to the ID card place at 7:30 on the dot. That's when it opens, 7:30. They said that they take walk-ins from 7:30 to 11 a.m. Well, so I thought, hey, let's get there at 7:30. So we left where we live at 6:30 this morning. Got there at 7:30, and there was a line that wrapped around that building, full of civilians and retirees. Oh my gosh, it was ridiculous. I probably should have known better. The problem is, I have to get an ID, and they only take appointments a month out. And when I went to make my appointment for June, because now I have to get a retired ID, they were booked for the entire month of June. Like, they did, like almost in 2 days, they got booked for 1 month. So now I have to stand in line. So I am not working, which is not good when you're an hourly worker. I'm not working, I'm waiting now for our ID. They had a check-in system online. We scanned the QR code, checked in, and they said they would text us back when they're ready. So we're here at MacDill, hanging out, our old stomping grounds. We used to live here when I worked at one of those buildings over there, and now we're just gonna relax till they text me for my ID. But we love MacDill. Good memories here. Had a great time living here, made lifelong friends, and it's not bad when you get to live in a place like this. It's like living in a resort almost. Definitely nothing like Fort Drum or Fort Hood where I've been assigned. Okay, so let's wait. And after this, we might show you around some places that were our old stomping grounds. Waiting, I thought we would swing by our old home here on this base. We used to live here for about 2 years, almost 2.5 years. Take a look at our old home. Let's go. Our old house. Lots of memories there. Lots of memories in this neighborhood, right girls? Yeah, we had a great neighborhood here. Good friends, lots of kids. It's pretty awesome. It is the best neighborhood we've ever lived in, ever, and especially in the military, in military housing. Okay, that was a super long day. Woke up at 5, left the house at 6:30, got here 7:30, checked in at 7:30, and we finally went back there at like 2:45. We've been waiting all day. That's what happens, right? When you become a retiree. So that's fine. I just had to take a whole day off of work to do this. But so it's now just exactly 3 p.m. We are done. And we have this. Right, no longer the blue card club, but it's a retiree. So me, Heather, and the oldest girl, we all got new cards. And now I gotta see if I can race back and get at least a couple hours of work in. But that's it. I'm retired, like officially, right? I'm stamped. Let's go. little recap of today. What I didn't take into account, and I should have, did not though. The number of military retirees in Florida. And that should be an obvious statement, I know. But on a Monday, as summer is starting, I didn't take that into account. And when we drove up to the ID building, there were probably easily 50 people in line already circling and wrapping around the building. My heart sunk. It sunk because I thought, and I knew, this is going to be a long day and I have to get this today. It's the only day I had without meetings at work. And it's a task that you have to get done, right? You have to get done and the things you want to get done those first 2 weeks of retirement. And I was told, I don't know if it's true, someone could look me up or correct me or comment below, but I was told you want to get your ID card like within the first week to 10 days of retirement, because that affects your Tricare. It affects your Tricare. I went to the MilConnect website to switch our Tricare over, and I couldn't. It wouldn't let me switch our Tricare because we all want to do Tricare Select. Wouldn't let me. So then I realized I had to get our ID cards fixed and switched over in the DEERs system so I could do Tricare Select for all of us. So our insurance is waiting on DEERs, which is waiting on us to go to the ID card section to officially stamp ourselves as retirees. So right, we drive up. I didn't film it because I didn't realize that was going to happen, and kind of changed my plans and my thinking went array. So you saw, right, we ended up driving around MacDill, having to waste time until we were called, which is a good walk down memory lane. MacDill Air Force Base is a wonderful base. It's like a resort, not like a base. But just understand that, right, as you transition. And after 23 years of walking into an ID card facility and always being in uniform, you usually get seen very quickly, taken care of, and then moved on. And that obviously doesn't happen anymore, right? Almost a cold welcome to military retiree life. But we learned our lesson, and I shouldn't have to do it again in a long time, at least for me, right? Because my expiration date is 20 years from today. 20 years. I don't know if I can hold on to the same ID card for 20 years. We'll see. But Heather's and the girls, theirs are 4 or 5 years. But we'll be there soon. Grace hasn't turned 10 yet, so she'll need one. Just wanted to share that with you, that experience, because all military retirees have to go through that. And I will, though, applaud MacDill Air Force Base ID card section. I know I've heard a lot of people talk bad about them, but whatever system they have now is an effective system, right? You get there, especially for walk-in appointments, you scan your phone on the QR code. The QR code goes to a link. You sign in on the virtual line on the link, and it sends you a text. Tells you this is one of 2 texts. The next text you receive will tell you to come back to the facility to get your ID card. And there just happened to be a senior or chief, senior Air Force NCO standing there, and I asked her, how long is this going to take? And she said, I really don't dare to guess because every day is different, but she said at least it's going to take at least, at the minimum, 3 hours till you come back here. 3, well, obviously it took more than 3, but I appreciate that because that gave us a little bit of expectation management. But it did work, right? We decided to go back early. We sat in the waiting room, and we sat there probably longer than we should have, meaning we shouldn't have gone back there, but we had nothing else to do. And sure enough, I got a text and it said, come on back. And probably 15-20 minutes after the text, they called my name to go back there. and it's an efficient system, so I do applaud them. The only thing I asked them to do in the comments, they send out a link for input, is just what I said: expectation management, whether it's on your website or in the text you send me, that first one that says this is an all-day affair, be ready. And that would be great on their website to say that if you're on a walk-in appointment and you're a retiree, block off your whole day. You live, you learn, and now I got 20 years, so I gotta do it again. We'll see. But hey, thanks for going with us today. Thanks for watching, and maybe you'll learn from my small scar tissue on this. That is probably one of the last things I'll do before and with the military. And actually, I'm glad I did shave, because that's my 20-year picture. I didn't want it to have a beard. So, all right. So the only thing I'm waiting on at this point, because I already came home tonight and I selected in MilConnect for all of us to have Tricare Select. The only thing I'm waiting on right now to finish this whole chapter out is my VA disability claim. I'm waiting for them to get back to me. Everything's done, and I'll get into that later, what that looked like for me. I'm waiting on those final results right now. And as soon as I get them, I'll let you know. Thanks. Have a good day. And as always, thanks for watching.